Why the Museum of the Future is more crazy than you think. The building, designed by an algorithm and known that with historical artifacts hidden behind velvet ropes, this is no ordinary museum. It is a portal to a future world that has been created by visionary designers, artists and filmmakers. The museum incorporates exhibition, immersive theatre and theme park features. Each floor may be inhabited, explored and interacted with like a futuristic film set. What is this insane museum that people around the world is curious about? In today's video, we'll talk about the Museum of the Future and the reasons why it might be more crazy than you think. Did you know that this is one of the most challenging construction projects ever attempted? The building's outside and interior walls were both inscribed with Arabic calligraphy words of optimism that complemented one another perfectly. Residents of Dubai have gotten quite good at keeping their eyes away from construction sites, since skyscraper blocks there seem to appear virtually overnight. The Museum of the Future, which has loomed above the city's elevated driverless metro system on the outskirts of the financial center, has nevertheless drawn everyone's attention. The traditional Chinese adage, "The ancestors grow the trees, the generations enjoy the shade," flashes in lavender green neon towards the start of its futuristic displays, inscribed in Arabic, English and Mandarin. The writing on the wall is literally and metaphorically clear. Given the many urgent problems our world is currently facing, it is more important than ever for the current generation to recognize and deal with these growing problems in order to protect the planet for future generations. Undoubtedly, it is a task that requires teamwork and concerted effort to complete. Architecturally speaking, the museum's futuristic form is described as a torus with an elliptical void, but a larger point of comparison would be a huge hula hoop. Executive Director of the Museum of the Future, Lath Carlson, prefers to compare it to an eye. He acknowledges that it might be difficult to describe the building to individuals who haven't seen it. "Nothing completely conjures the form in my opinion," he added. The form was created by firm Killer Design, a local architecture which won the museum's design competition in 2015. According to the architect, the solid portion of the building represents the knowledge we already possess, while the void represents all that we do not yet know, or the future. This was one of the most difficult construction projects ever attempted because of the calligraphy and the unusual form of the structure. Without parametric design and building information modeling (BIM), the project's primary consultant, Borough Happold Engineering of the UK, claims it would have been impossible to complete. The method of parametric design, which is founded on algorithmic thinking, enables the manipulation of particular variables or parameters to change the solution to an equation. BIM is a three-dimensional model-based system that enables construction industry experts to plan and document projects in collaboration. Despite the fact that BIM has been there for a while, the industry has been slow to adopt it. The museum takes visitors on a journey into the future through the framework of 5 chapters, evoking the notion of an unfolding global narrative, using a range of virtual and augmented reality, big data analysis, artificial intelligence, and human-machine interface installations and exhibits. The first chapter of the book takes place on the space station OSS Hope in 2071, far from Earth and investigating how humans are at the cutting edge of space technology. One moment you are in Dubai 2022, and the next you're in the first chapter. In addition, the United Arab Emirates celebrate their 100th anniversary on that selected day, which is about 50 years in the future. Visitors are taken to the Heal Institute in Chapter 2, the first part of which is located in a stunning digital recreation of the Amazon in Leticia, Colombia. Then they come across the Vault of Life, an illuminated immersive installation that includes a DNA library of 2,400 species that were carefully chosen from millions of species to catalogue the incredible biodiversity of the world. It also includes a laboratory with experimental species, all of which are meant to compel the viewers to think about the effects of climate change. The following chapters investigate various future iterations, including a mind-body calibration in the Al-Waha chapter, how we might use today's cutting-edge technologies for the benefit of tomorrow, in Tomorrow, Today, and finally, Superheroes, which focuses on children who are already formulating climate change solutions. Before we continue, we'd like to ask for a few moments of your time. If you want to support Channel Name, please leave a like and click on the subscribe button. This would help us create more engaging content for you. Now, moving back to where we left off. The CEO of the Dubai Future Foundation, which oversees the government-funded museum, Khalfan Belhoul, stated in an email interview that the Museum of the Future is unique from any other typical museum. The museum's interior architecture, a fluid multi-story and pillarless space that is highly adaptable and open for interpretation for future programming, deliberately reflects the flexible nature of the space, reflecting his description of it as a living museum that will constantly be renewed, enhanced and enriched over time. The opening of the Museum of the Future constitutes an unparalleled opportunity for a new generation to become part of the future and all its aspects. According to Belhoul, given the appearance of iconic museums in the neighbouring Abu Dhabi, the Louvre and the upcoming Guggenheim as a way to signal the country's renewed interest in knowledge and exploration of culture, science and art. In order to provide a forum for developing answers to global concerns, the curatorial team engaged local and international artists, designers, scientists and futurists. The Today Tomorrow section, for instance, uses Cedric Price's insightful query from 1966 as a point of departure. Technology is the solution, but what was the question? More than 50 displays, including current products and prototypes concentrating on topics like waste management, the environment, food security, agriculture, irrigation and city planning, are on display to show how precisely technology has been vital to moulding our future.